I went to the Garfield Park Conservatory thingy today. I do have some clips, so that should be inserted right about now. I have been wanting to do this video since last night. It's spur of the moment, last minute. But I found out that I was almost involved in a Ponzi scheme. So around here, I'm going to throw in the emails. But basically, I got this opportunity to go and be a marketing assistant for this firm and eventually build my way up in the company, or so I thought. So I get this email, and it's from a guy, Ethan Johnston. And he's like, oh yeah, come in for a preliminary interview. Okay, so they brought me in for a preliminary interview, and then they basically told me what the company is about and what they're looking for, and asked me if I can commit to that. I was like, yes, because you're always supposed to say you can commit because that's how jobs work. But he's like, okay, well, we're going to give you a call tonight, and if we've decided to move forward, we'll call you in for parts 2 and 3 tomorrow morning. I was like, okay, that's T. We can do that. So I go in for the interview, and it's a group interview, which I don't mind. I don't really care. But it's a group interview, and it's not even like an interview. It's him going over the company, and like he's like, oh yeah, we're in Australia. We're in the UK. We're in Spain. We're in South Africa. We plan on going to Asia. We plan on expanding all across America. Like, we have big visions, big dreams. I'm like, I want to work with a company with big visions and big dreams because I one day want to have big visions and big dreams. So he comes and we're like, okay, that's the T, but like, what are we doing now? He's like, so what you're gonna do is, based on all the information I told you, I was there for like 3.5 hours at this point. Based on all the information I told you, I want you to take this quiz. Once you take that quiz, he's gonna bring you in for like the one-on-one interview, and basically he was like hiring people on the spot, telling people you're either hired or fired. So he brings me in. He's like, okay, how are you doing? I'm like, good. He's like, you're still in school. Will that have anything to do with your schedule? I was like, no, I'll be able to commit full time, of course. He was like, okay, you're hired. We'll bring you in for a trial period tomorrow. Keep in mind, I still have not been called about this trial period. So I'm like, what is the T? And then I call my mom, and she's like, Isaiah, this doesn't sound right. So they're bringing you in, and they plan on promoting you within 6 to 12 months to make you making more money than I am, and you don't even have your education yet. I was like, oh, Mom, you such a negative Nancy. Click. But I'm glad she did that, because what happened is, in order to prove her wrong, I go and I'm like trying to research the company. So I search up, what's it called? Soenex Advertising UK, nothing. Soenex Advertising Spain, nothing. Soenex Advertising Australia, nothing. Soenex Advertising South Africa, nothing. Soenex Advertising San Francisco, nothing. Soenex Advertising Miami, nothing. Soenex Advertising Chicago, and it only gives us this website, which I'll put on the screen now. So it only gives us this website, which is the one that they made, and it's only for Chicago. It doesn't have any other information, and then it actually has the suite number wrong. So in there it has suite 990, but in the email, which I put up right here, it has suite 880. Okay, this is what we're doing. So I'm like, I call my mom back. I'm like, I just got into a scam, and I was like waiting for them to call me the whole night so I can be like, what's the T? But now I'm finna go with my roommate, and he's like gonna be my cameraman, and basically we're gonna go to the place, and we're gonna try and see if they're still there, because my mom said usually with places that do stuff like this, they like completely tear down. And now that I think about it, that makes sense because they had one printer, not even like an industrial, or actually no, I take that back. They did have an industrial printer, but none of their like desks had real laptops. I mean, real desktops. It was all laptops. I was like, okay, weird, but you know, it's a new age of technology we're using. Like thinking back on it, the office was bare. There wasn't like any paperwork. The receptionist only had her laptop. Like there wasn't any files. There weren't any paperwork. There were clipboards. But half the clipboards were blank and half the clipboards were applications. So I'm like, okay, well, now that I think about it, this is all weird. They didn't have like anything on the walls. It was just blank. Except for what the previous company had, or the current company, like the company that was in that space before Soenex advertising. So basically, I just want to go there and get the tea. I'm incredibly nervous.
Action. So what happened down there? So, oh my god, this is literally insane. But basically I went to the receptionist and I was like, so yesterday I came in for... You wanna walk down 8 stories? You're funny.